Hey, good morning. It's March 7th, Saturday. And how are you? And are you taking control of your day in spite of all of the things that are going on in the world? Um, so, wow, today was a day, one of those days I got up with intention, had a lot of things on my mind. So it was kind of easy. It didn't even wait for the alarm. And I know it's a weekend for some, but when you're self-employed um, or semi-retired, um, what's the weekend, right? So getting up and being grateful for all of the things and that change every day because there was something that happened yesterday and there's something that's going on today that you're super grateful for, and then listing out the things. And sometimes that can be overwhelming, listing out the things you have to do, basically setting up your day for success. You know, success means a lot of different things to different people, but it really ultimately means happiness and contentment. You know, the statement from Dyer that I've got posted there says talks about believing in yourself. It's the key to being successful and happy. And it's interesting because if you think about that, it's really true. And if you get taken off guard by something that gets you down, it kind of affects that whole thing, doesn't it? And so another thing to be mindful of. Also, too, you know, there's a lot to be said about negativity. People perceive negativity in different ways, and sometimes we don't realize we're being negative. And when I say you, I'm talking about me. I realize that. I also am very cognizant of when people use the term I or me or we in statements. A lot of times when they use we, it's an enforcement because they don't really feel cool about saying what they're going to say. So they say use we because that way it's more validating. When they say I, it's very entitling. It's like, this is me, this is my thing. And it's just, it's interesting, it's elementary. So the couple of books that I'm reading right now, actually on Audible, and usually what I'll do is I'll buy the book later. A lot of people do that. But I like listening because I do that. I use the gym, I use walks, I do at least 1 or 2 hours at least a day where I'm listening to one of my books, and sometimes I'll go through them more than one time. One that I really like right now, it's called Indistractable. And so if you have trouble being distracted, it's funny because it's not funny, it's just interesting how easily we are distracted. And there's a reason why we're distracted. It's not because of the distraction itself necessarily, it's because we are avoiding something. So wow, eye-opener, right? I'm also listening to the Untethered Soul again, because that's about all the voices that are constantly talking like, oh my God, what are they thinking of that? I can't believe I did that, or you know, I forgot this, or what's her name? You know, it's always going. So, you know, I kind of lost my train of thought a little bit, but today I was almost speaking of things that you're grateful for and gifts and things like that. I was almost going to play piano live, but I am going to put together a little piece and then post it because that's something that I do, and it's something that it reminds me of my own creativity. And it's really important that no matter what it is that you're striving for in life, that you enjoy the journey. And well, a lot of us forget to do that. We just work. And I think that's been a lot of my problem too, when it comes to relationships, especially with people that are close to me, my family and stuff, is because I work really hard and I become very intense. And so I sort of just I'm probably a little bit insensitive to enjoying the journey and being right there in the moment. It's something I'm always working on. So it's always good to be learning and growing and striving to be better. That's why I come on here every day, to be accountable to myself and to make sure that I stress to others, including myself, that the importance of expressing your gratitude, feeling the gratitude. A lot of times the negative train starts with, no matter what I do, everything goes wrong, and obviously it's really important to understand too that we get caught up in the distractions, like what the media is saying. There's the election year, the coronavirus, all that stuff that's really negative. It's there. Obviously, it's important, but how much do you really need to focus on it once you have the facts? And also too, worrying and fretting, how valuable is that? What is that doing to you physiologically? My daughter was telling me in one of our conversations, which I cherish more than anything at all. I love my conversations with my girls, and she was saying that there's something about, because they're in both my daughters who are alive are in Tennessee right now, near where the tornadoes hit, and one of them had some friends that were nearly in it, and so she was talking about that, between that and the coronavirus and how people are canceling their appointments and stores are shutting down. She says, there's some sort of adrenaline rush in there. It's kind of exciting. I don't know what it is, but it was. She said it in a positive way that made it kind of more palatable. There's people that white knuckle it. And it's like, oh my God, and it just kind of stifles them. They can't even move. And then there's other people like my daughter who makes the best of it, and it really brings people together, right? And so we really need that. Maybe that's the universe's way of forcing us. I don't know, all these things that happen, maybe because human beings come together when it comes down to it, especially here in this country. So that's really a cool, positive thing, right? So anyway, I'm just coming on here like usual for my daily accountability and gratitude post, and I'm hoping that you are enjoying your Saturday so far, and making the best of things, and having hope, and pursuing your dreams and your goals, and getting all those things done, and being cool. I want to see who's on here. Who is this? Hey Gerald. Hey Mike. And hey Tierney. So what are you saying, Mike? You're saying some stuff. Yes, you're absolutely right. And a lot of us don't take the time to enjoy the journey. Sometimes we think we are, but we're not. And we're just stressing out. We're like, oh my God, I got to get it done. And I'm guilty of that. I spent the past month just really stressing out over my tax audit. And what happened was now I feel hungover, emotionally hungover. And I need to get back on track on the role that I was on. And people like you, Mike, and people that are in the coaching program that I'm in, and have similar goals. We need to keep each other, going, and it's really awesome to have that. So speaking of that, that's what this is about. So if you haven't done it before, just find the intestinal fortitude to do it, and just go live and put out the good word. And so I wish you all well. Have a great day, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow. All right, see ya.